Good day, everyone, and welcome to our podcast, An Afternoon in Morayta. Well, this is not just a podcast that is just for fun and entertainment. In this podcast, we talk about society, the people, the issues, politics, and the world. So, are you ready to open your mind? Now, sit back and relax, and today we will take you to the world of media. Well, I bet you're thinking about social media and other good things about me. Well, that's too common to talk about. Today, we will talk about the struggles of working in the media, or should I say, the struggles of journalists, the media killings. So, Sven, what do you think about it?
The killing of journalists is a threat to the freedom of speech and democracy in the Philippines. The highest number of journalist killings was under the administration of President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, with 103, including 33 of those murdered in Maguindanao, in what was called the world's worst single attack on journalists, which was made the year 2009 deadliest for them. The 2009 Maguindanao massacre caused the country to be ranked third in the Global Impunity Index by the Committee to Protect Journalists. But even before the Maguindanao massacre, the Committee to Protect Journalists had labeled the Philippines the second most dangerous country for journalists, second only to Iraq, which only shows us the media killings are happening in the Philippines way back. Would you like to continue, Jarrell?
Yes. So, media killings in the Philippines happen when a person who is actively contributing to the field of media, like newspapers, internet, and radio, gets killed by those who are afraid of what the media may say about their administration or business. This happens due to corruption and other unsolved issues in the country and affected families and friends of the victims who took action and started defending themselves from PNP and told their stories. So, Sven, do you want to add something?
It's the killings of journalists and other media practitioners, often in retaliation for their work. The motives behind the killings vary widely and include criminal, political, professional, and personal. In 2013, one Filipino journalist was killed every week. Media killings have been a problem in the Philippines since the time of Marcos. It is not like that there has been a hiatus or diminution in their activities. In fact, it seems to be worse now, despite having the government that is supposed to be better when it comes to protecting media practitioners. What can you say about this, Hayden?
Well, in research from Condi, unidentified gunmen fatally shot a hard-hitting radio commenter last October in Las Piñas, Metro Manila. This is actually the latest in a long line of targeted killings of journalists in the Philippines. Percival Mabasa, popularly known on air and online as Percy Lapid, was the second journalist killed since President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. took office. Police say the gunmen were riding a motorcycle, the modus operandi for many targeted killings in the Philippines. Jasper, would you like to add?
Well, according to news reports, the gunman was identified by police as Joel Escorial. Then he named an inmate in the public, Jun Villamor, whom he claimed had been given the task by detained gang leaders to hire him and arrange the death of Lapid. On orders from Bantag and Zulueta, the gang leader, reportedly suffocated Villamor to death later within the prison, according to officials. So Mabasa, who broadcast for station DWBL and regularly streamed his commentary on Facebook, rose to prominence for criticizing former President Rodrigo Duterte and his war on drugs, and um, President Marcos, the son of the late dictator. Okay, Hayden, what do you think about that?
Well, from what we've said, it seems that our democracy is an illusion under the government and society we Filipinos live in. The hushing of news media organizations like Rappler and ABS-CBN and the extrajudicial killings of journalists rob us that privilege and rights for free speech. And of course, where is the right to life, liberty, and expression if our voices will be silenced? A series of cases occurred from August 6, 2017 to August 10. Rudy Alicaway, a radio host on the local DXPD, was shot dead in the Zamboanga del Sur province, the riding in tandem. Though he survived the gunfire at first, he was shot dead after attempting to crawl for safety. Until now, the motives to his death are still unknown. And another case, on August 7, Leodoro Diaz, a columnist for a local weekly and reporter for Radio Mindanao Network, was also shot dead in Sultan Kudarat. Earlier that day, it was reported that he was planning on filing an illegal drug case, yet the motives for his case are also still unknown. And lastly, on August 10th, Christian Ciano Ibon, a columnist for the tabloid Police Files Tonight, was also shot. But fortunately, he survived. The police suspected that it might have been due to his comments on illegal gambling. And with that being said, it is a shame that through all these cases and what we've said before, there has already been an administrative order imposed by Duterte to enforce the security of those in the media. But there have been little to no active cases that showcase their efforts to do so. So now, Jasper.
Well, just to summarize our podcast, the Philippines is a deadly place for media journalists. Well, as we have stated from the start, our country, the Philippines, is the seventh most unsafe nation for journalists. Well, this is not a title that the country should have. Let us not make this a normal thing, even though it has been here for a very long time. And just stop the killing of journalists. Um, we can be a huge part to stop these killings. This issue is a threat to our freedom of speech. So we may not talk about this a lot, but journalists have a crucial role in our lives. They pursue truthfulness for the people by the people. Well, according to Bagini, journalists defend the truth or give a certain truth for the people to see. They also need our support for them to function and be protected. It is important for us to be aware and raise awareness for the state to take action on this issue. So we need them, they need us. That's all. Okay, Gerald?
So that's all for our episode one, The Media Killings. I hope you learned something from our podcast. Thank you for listening and watching. Again, this is an afternoon in Morayta. See you in the next episode. Thank you.